Alright, so we are going to get started on some Tinker's Construct. Because I want to be able to chop that tree down, and I want to do it the fast way. So, when we do a search on Tinkerers, we come up with all the different things that are brought into the game with Tinker's Construct. And one of the first things we're going to need is a stencil table. And that's made with a plank and a blank pattern. Now, blank patterns, we're going to need a lot of those. And that is made with planks and... I didn't know you could use a helmet. It says stick. That's got to be a visual glitch. And sticks. So let's make a couple of these. And by a couple, I mean a bunch. So you go through so many of these these patterns though that it's not funny. Stencil worker. Now, did I get the book? I did not get the book. So there's 3 books that you can get from Tinker's Construct. You can here they are. There are Materials in U, Materials in U second volume, and then Mighty Smelting. As you make certain things, you'll get some of these books if you don't have them, but you can make the books yourself, and that is done with pattern and paper. So we're going to do that because that is going to be useful, and I need 2 more of those. So do that, and we'll make this one. Now, if I wanted to, I could make the other books by just putting this in here, and it'll turn into the next book, and then same with this one, it'll turn into the last one. But at this point, Diary of a Tinker, didn't know about that one. But at this point, I don't want that. I just want this, and kind of moving stuff around on my screen here. Okay, so it says getting started and recipes. I'm not going to read all this to you guys, but in here it shows you, here's how you make a black pattern, here's how you make a stencil table, all the different things, and here's how you make a tool forge. Now these are seared bricks, and for seared brick you need this stuff right here, which is grout. And grout is made with clay, sand, and gravel. And you'll get 2 grout for that. And then you smelt it down and you get these seared bricks. And these can be made into the block form by doing that. But they also can be used like this to make stuff like the drains, which you'll want drains, you'll want basins, casting basins, you'll want casting tables. You'll also want faucets. So you're going to need a lot of these bricks. I'm probably going to need more than what I've got here. And of course, this is a regular furnace, so it takes forever to smelt anything. So we are going to put this in here for now. And we're going to move on to the next stencil table, which is where we start using these blank patterns. So we need nothing out of there. One of these and one of these. And there we go, we got a book, Materials in U. And this is going to tell us about the tools, the different materials, and some of the modifiers. So now the thing about these tools are, once you make them, they have a durability based on the materials that you use. Once they break, they don't actually are destroyed. So regular vanilla Minecraft tools, when they break, they're destroyed, you lost them, you have to make brand new ones. That's not the case with these. Once they're broken, you repair them in the forges. and you do it with the main material that you used. So in the case of a pickaxe, whatever pickaxe head material you use, that's going to be the material that you would use to repair that particular pickaxe. And this basically shows you all the different ways to make the different tools. Now, the one that we want is right there. We want this hammer and we want this lumber axe. And as you can see, the hammer is an area of effect mining of 3x3. It does smite 2 to undead, and it has a high durability. The lumber axe will harvest entire trees to a max height of 30. So chopping that thing down, it literally takes 1, 2, 3, 6, 7 chops. You plant a couple of logs here, and then a log here on the back side on both sides. And the first 6 are taking out all of this, and it'll chop all of this down, and then you just chop the main trunk, and it just chops the entire tree down, and then you get all the drops, of course. So that's why this is very useful. It makes chopping trees down so much faster. Unfortunately, the hammer, the lumber axe, the excavator, the scythe, cleaver, battle axe, these all require the where is it? The tool, there it is. The tool forge that requires iron blocks and the seared bricks. The tool station can't handle the tools, so you have to go for the upgraded version. But that's fine because we want that. Now under the materials, this is basically telling you what materials you can make these tools out of. Wood, stone, iron, flint, cactus. Some of these are very unusual. Bone, obsidian, alamite, netherrack, blue slime, green slime. And this shows you how to make these slime crystals. You need 4 slime, dirt, and sand. That'll give you the slime dirt or slime something or other. Slimy mud. There you go. Cook that down, you get the slime crystal. Paper stack, cobalt, ardite. Now, you're probably wondering, why would you make something out of slime? The durability of slime is 1200. But its mining level is only stone. So ultimately, you're not going to want to make a tool out of blue slime, but you are going to want to make the rod out of blue slime, because you're going to see the modifier is 2.0. Now what that means is, if you have, and this is where the full tool durability comes into play, if you have the head of the tool built out of this, it's 1200 durability, but with a handle of this, it's multiplied by 2. Now this comes into effect when you get into like stone with a handle modifier of 0.5. An iron handle is 1.3 for tool modifier. So this is where it really pays to, in researching these different materials, to know what is the best handle modifier. There is one better, and that's cobalt. Nope, not cobalt. That's right, it's manelium, excuse me, which is 2.5. But this is very hard to make, as it is cobalt and a few other things. And this is only found, cobalt is only found in the nether. And to harvest cobalt, you need to have alamite. As you can see here, mining level is cobalt. And I believe, yeah, it's the Mighty Smelting book that will tell how to make some of these metals. Now this is all the different modifiers, and we'll get into that a little later. Basically, you can it's like enchanting. You modify it by putting different things on it, and depending on the material that you used, as to how many modifiers it can take. So we're going to work on that, and I'll bring you back in a little bit. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is make a stencil table and put in blank patterns. Now it will hold the stencils. The next thing I have here is the part builder, and I have a pattern chest attached to it, so I can put the patterns in here and access it into the table from there. And then I've got the tool station. Now this is the wooden version. I don't have the iron yet, but basically, if you look at this, you can see. So we'll choose the pickaxe. You can see that you need a mining head, a pickaxe head, a tool binder, and a tool rod. Now, I know for a fact that these are the light versions. So if you hover over the stencils, it says tool rod pattern. If I go backwards, there's another version of that is a tough rod pattern. Now that would be for the advanced table and the advanced tools, and I believe materials and you talks about that under the tools. So yeah, so here it says you need a tough rod. So to make this, I need a broad axe head, a large plate, a tough rod, and tough binding. Oops. So I need to find these. So we'll take that. That is a pickaxe. Previous. Oops. There it is. Broad head. And previous, there's the large plate. And I need a tough binding. There we go. Now the other thing that you'll notice, and we'll put that in here, so we can put these in the chests like this. And if I pop this open, now they're in here. And that's why we attach it like this. But if I hover over it, you'll notice it says material cost 3. So what that's saying is if you're going to make something out of this, it's going to take 3 of whatever it is. This is going to take 3, this is going to take 8, and this is going to take 8. So they can become very expensive. Now, to make stuff out of metal, you need to actually smelt it down, and that's where we get into those seared bricks and these drains and these basins and whatnot. So again, this is tied into the tool forge in wanting to make some of these tools with metals. But for right now, I think what we're going to do is we're going to make a wooden. Nope, I can't, because I need more iron. So you know what? I'm going to go on an iron trip. I'll bring you back when I have some of that. And here we have 2 really cool crystals side by side, and mobs. So we have a a regeneration crystal, which, as you can see on the left-hand side, I'm getting that, and I've got night vision, and that's from that other crystal. And ooh, he dropped iron. Good. That one right there, the blue crystal. And then down here we have a bush, and we are going to pick that up, because this bush right here, put that up here, gave me its berry. And I'm going to pull back a little bit just so that you guys can watch this. So we get back here, and it is concentrated essence berry, and the essence berry bush. It tastes like creeper. Yummy. Now I want you to watch my hot bar here, and I want you to watch me eat this. And you'll notice that I went from 11 levels to 12 levels. That's right, that is XP in berry form. Oh yes, good stuff, good stuff. We'll be planting that stuff down later. Alright. Well, we're gonna get more of this iron, and then we're gonna bust this out. Creeper. Alright, so you've probably seen a couple of these in my videos. This is Minchelette ore by Minicry or Memcry. Anyway, when you mine this stuff up, and okay, I need iron or better, so I'm not doing that with this. Basically, you can increase some of the stuff that you get in the world. One of that, it'll turn into a dust, and you can put like redstone dust with it. One redstone dust, and one of that will turn the redstone dust into 5 redstone dust. Same with glowstone dust. It'll turn into 5. There's another bad chicken over there. So it can be very useful. And I was going to try to use it to increase some of my iron, but it does not look like I'm going to be able to do that. So, anyway, now you know. Okay, so as I made these seared bricks, I ended up getting the Mighty Smelting Guide, just to show you that real quick. Of course, it talks about different things. It tells you what you need to make the smeltery, shows you what a smeltery should look like. You need a tank, a controller, you'll need a drain, a faucet, and either a table or a basin. And then it needs to be designed like this. It can go taller by adding bricks along these 3 on each side. But over here, this is the important part. This tells you how to make the different metals, the alloys. So to make bronze, you need 3 copper and 1 tin. To make aluminum brass, now this is a very important one right here. Aluminum brass, you need 3 aluminum and 1 copper. The mannulum is made from the cobalt and ardite. Alumite is made from aluminum, iron, and obsidian. And then there's some pig iron. Not too impressed with pig iron personally. There are some unusual liquids that you can get. Blood, liquid emeralds by melting down emeralds or villagers. Glue by melting down horses. So we know Lady's going to be having her glue factory. Some slimes, which are found.
Did you just suggest melting down villagers?
Yes, you can melt down villagers.
And you talk about my glue factory.
Oh, I've devised a nice little way to get a lot of emeralds. Anyway, liquid slime found on the slime islands, and some liquid ender, found by or made by melting down ender pearls. You need grout, which tells you how to make the grout, which oddly enough you've already known how to make this to make these seared bricks. This is a close-up of the casting process. This is showing you how to make the seared bricks. Again, these first 3 really should have been in a different book because you needed to know how to do this to make these seared bricks, which gave you this book. This is telling you how to make the different pieces of the smeltery. Brownstone, we'll get into that a little bit later on. Clear glass, so you don't need a clear glass texture pack. Seared bricks, endstone, glue ball, and that's the end. And as you can see, I've got 4 blocks of iron and the 3 seared bricks. So what we're going to do is we're going to chop this up, grab it, and we're going to make our tool forge, which was this, and then that. And we're going to put this down. And this is the start of some good stuff. We get to make the hammer. And again, over here it will tell you different things. Area of effect 3x3, and it gives smite, high durability. And the great thing about this is you can make it the main head out of one material, and then like the plates and the handle out of different materials to enhance how the tool works and is made. So like the lumber axe, we're actually going to use paper for this binding. Now, I know you're probably thinking, why would I use paper? This paper stack. Now, if we go back to the materials and U, and we go into the materials part, in here the durability is only 30 and the handle modifier is 0.3. So it's not really a good material to make a tool out of. However, the binding doesn't really add a whole lot to the tool. Now it's going to add a little bit for durability, but down here it says material trait is writable, +1 modifier. Now, I know you're going to ask me, well, what's modifiers, Dev? And that was back here where we get into the modifiers. So, like this, you can add a diamond to your tool, which is it's a modifier. It'll take a modifier slot, and it'll do an extra 500 durability. It also increases the mining level to level 3, which is diamond and below. You can do an emerald to it, and it will increase the durability by 50%. Now, if you do a diamond and then an emerald, or an emerald and then a diamond, it doesn't really matter. You'll get the same boost either way you do it. You can increase the speed of the mining by adding redstone. You can make it auto repair with this mossy block. You can make it auto smelt. You can give it luck, which is basically fortune. Now certain things won't stack, as it says here. It's not compatible with silky, and basically what silky is silk touch. So these are all very unique things. And why is that important? Well, again, the modifiers, when you build something, and we go back into the materials, yes. Each material has a base modifier, and it's not showing in here. But like the alumite here has, I think, 3 modifiers where you can add 3 things to the tool. So if you make it with some paper stacks, and this is how you're gonna remember, it takes 3 of the material. So we've got a stack of 9, put it in here, and we get a tough binding. So we pull that out, and it took 3 away. And then we can put that in here, like so. Now, some of the other stuff that we need. Now, ultimately, I don't want to do this for the first one. I'm going to want to do that for my metal cast one, which we're going to end up doing. But this first one's going to be made out of wood. So do we have any wood? Nope. We used it all up. Okay. So I'm going to punch some wood and we'll be back. Alright, so we've made all our pieces out of wood. So it's not going to be high durability. And basically, again, all you do is just put these in here and you get the items out. And it takes the requisite 8 or whatever. And we come over here and we're going to select the tool forge, or the lumber axe. We put the items in here. Now, because this is wood, it's going to be low durability. And here we go. We have 331 durability. Mining speed is 2. Mining level is stone. And modifiers remaining is 3. We can put 3 modifiers on this. Now, if we want to name our tool, this is when we do it. We do it up here where I've highlighted it. And we'll just call this WOD Bunyan. No, because I can't spell Bunyan. Because, yeah, I'm an idiot. Wood lumber. MBRX. A wood lumber axe. And when you hover over it, you see wood lumber axe. Get a nice little sound. And now we can use it. So, remember, this chops in a 3x3 area. So if I chop this wood right here, or log, it's going to harvest these 9 blocks of wood. But it also does... Oh, I was high up enough that it got the rest of the tree. So, yeah. All the goodies. All the goodies. Now you'll notice the durability of that axe has gone down to 53 of 100. And we'll look at that a little closer here on the tool forge. That'll actually give us the count, not the percentage. That's basically the percentage here because of the way it works. Come on. I want the saplings. Oh, I got the saplings. Good. And I need the bone meal. So I'm going to clean this up and I'll bring you guys back. Alright, so we've let some stuff despawn and I planted new trees. Basically, I'm trying to get rid of this sludge or sewage or whatever by growing the tree, and I'll show you how it's grew down and it spawned in dirt around it. So that's what that looks like for now, and it'll grow eventually. But we're going to repair the well, let's look at how much has been used. So if we put it in the tool forge, out of 331, 175 is left. So obviously, you know, as I achievement cat pro tinker, okay. As we use it, it's using up full durability. I mean, it's not like you know, that one hit only used 1 durability. No, it's using the amount. But as you can see, if I dig here, this is down in the ground. And if we chop this one, it went fairly far down. So I break this block. It's all the way down there is all wood. And then it spawns in dirt around all of that as well. Now, just clean this up. And then I'll be able to show you how we go about repairing these guys. Although, I should probably grow that one first so that you can see what it looks like when the thing breaks. Yeah, so we're under 50%. So this thing is going to break fairly quickly. And I should put these back up in there. You'll notice that I took the iron out. of this of the furnaces. The smeltery that we're going to build will actually double your output. So it's just like a macerator. Pardon me. It'll double the amount of ore, the ores. So I'm going to grow this tree, and you'll notice that some grass and dirt was spawned in around it, and all the way down. So this is I'm basically using this to kind of fill in all this nasty liquid. But now we're going to break this, and I do. So these tools have or additional properties. The hammer, the lumber axe, I know for a fact, they have some special abilities that you can use when you're mining with them. And in this case, the lumber axe. Oh, okay. So its position. Yep, its position. So if you're so it's not the tool, it's the position of the tool. Okay. So the first slot, right clicking, planted a torch. The second slot here is planting the block that is next to it. And again, you're probably wondering why I'm putting wood down when I'm getting ready to chop the tree down. Well, again, it makes chopping the tree down a little bit easier. And honestly, I don't want to chop the entire tree down because it won't. The durability is not high enough. So we might do a little bit of repair on it. Yeah, it's down to 26 durability. And there we go. Okay. So that's how I chop them down. And then it leaves this. And then if the durability was high enough, I could chop that one down and it would chop the entire tree down. But the durability is not high enough. So let's see if we can get it to break by taking all this stuff out. And apparently not. So I'll tell you what, I am going to go chop some regular trees down. I don't want to try to chop the tree above me because I'm going to have to jump stack up to finish it off, basically. And I really am not looking to do that. But we'll plant a new one there. So, I'll be back. Alright, we've gotten it down. I've done some chopping. We've gotten it down to this 1%, although it says durability 0, so we're going to break this. And there it is. It's broken. You heard it break, but as you can see, it's still in my inventory. And in fact, it didn't fully chop this tree down. Now, it's still usable at god-awfully slow speeds. I mean, I can punch the tree better than this, as you can see. So we'll take this out and we'll punch it and see it's much faster to just punch it. So now it is completely broken. What do? Well, we haven't lost the tool. What we're going to do is we're going to run back to our forge. And as you can see, we've got plenty of wood now. And we put it in here. Now, I can walk away. It holds It holds the tool. And we're going to need planks, so let's go ahead and make some planks. And then what we do is we just put the plank here. Now, what is it saying? The main way to repair or change your tools is tool and material. Oh, there we go. I put it in the wrong slot. So now it's going to give me some of the durability back. 78, 144. Now you can only do the 2 slots at a time. So pull it out, put it back in, it'll do 2 more. Get it up to 285. And it only needs 1 more. And it's fully repaired. So that was what, 5 planks? Now when you figure that the tool in itself was 3 and 3, that's 6, and 8 and 8 is 16, plus the 6 is 24. So it was 24 planks, and it took 5 to fully repair it. And we got a ton of wood out of it. It's pretty useful. But just so that you guys can see this in action, kind of slow to chop, but it is a wood tool, and yeah, all the incoming lag. That is what it looks like. And again, we got to get the right items. We got the apple. It's good. What are some of the other ones? Oh yes, the lapis. Now, a lapis we're going to want because that is going to make our tools give us better drops, obviously, because we're going to get fortune on it. But it is going to take 450 lapis to get that to fortune 3. That's a lot of lapis. Yeah, that's a lot of lapis. But we'll get there. Because each one of these we chop down, we get a little bit. And you can put it on a tool, and basically we'll end up with a little bit of fortune. And then get a little bit more fortune, a little bit more fortune. So, alright, well, I am going to end this again and try to make up the smeltery so that you guys can see what that entails. So I'll bring you back in a little bit.